Adopting a child can be life-changing. It's a life-changing experience for both the adoptee and their new family. However, the adoption process and knowing how to get started can be confusing and at times overwhelming. With November being National Adoption Month, Rita Soronen, President and CEO of Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, joins me live this morning to answer common questions when it comes to the process. Rita, good morning. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Good morning. You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
You know, this is a wonderful topic to be discussing. Obviously, things have been tense the past several days. So I am appreciative of your time to talk and to learn more about this. When it comes to adoption, talk to us about common misconceptions when it comes to adoption or even fostering.
Yeah, in particular with fostering and foster care adoption, there are a lot of myths and misperceptions about the children, about the process, and about how to even get into it. Some of those misperceptions include from foster care, people may think it's too expensive to adopt, or that the family that this child has been separated from may come back to claim them even if they're moving toward adoption, or that, I don't have what it takes to adopt a child. And so it's important to really jump in, get as much information as possible to understand that adopting or fostering from foster care costs literally nothing because the state or the agency takes care of the majority of those costs. There may be some small costs, but nothing like it costs to adopt internationally or a private infant adoption. And the families, now if you're fostering, the family is of course involved in that child's life. We want that child to go back to that family of origin. That's where they belong. But if that child has been legally separated from that family of origin by a judge and someone's moving toward adopting from foster care, that family can never come back to claim that child because they've been legally and permanently separated from them. So it's important to dig through the myths, the misperceptions, and really think about what do I need to do to bring a child into my life, either to foster or to adopt. Do I have the support necessary? Do I know where to access resources? Do I know that my family can be supportive of this additional child in my life?
With that said, Rita, how do you start the process of whether it be fostering or adopting through foster care?
Yeah, really, reach out to your local adoption or child welfare agency and understand what are the steps that I need to do, what courses, what education do I need to have that's required by the agency, that there will be background checks, that there will be a home study to make sure that I'm safe, that then there is a process of after I go through all that, how are children matched with me? Can I give my own preferences? Do I want an older child or would I prefer an infant or a toddler? All of those questions can be answered by the agency. And at the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption on the website, davethomasfoundation.org, we've got a really great beginner's guide to adoption that talks about each and every one of those steps. So I think, information is so important, and there's so many sources of information that sometimes it can feel overwhelming. The best first step is to call your local foster care agency and say, what do I need to do to get started? I really want to get started.
And that, of course, is there for you. That network is there to support you along the way with any questions you might have. Rita, give us insight to the need right now for fostering and adopting.
The need is profound. There are always more children waiting for a foster family or an adoptive family than there are adults that have stepped forward to jump into that. So it's critically important to say, if you're thinking about this, take that next step. Get more information, either from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption or your local child welfare agency, because that hesitancy can keep a child from a placement. And so we really want anyone to jump in and think about doing this. You don't have to be married. You don't have to own your own home. You don't have to be wealthy. You simply have to want to care for a child and to make a difference in a child's life.
And as we know, so many people want just that. Rita, thank you so much for your time this morning. We do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.